and in today's video we're going to be playing two games, Automation and BeamNG. Now a while ago I used to do gaming videos like when I was super young.
Here we go, right here. Up, up, up. No hands.
And now I want to do it again. The reason why I want to do this game is I feel like it's really creative and it's a really good game for especially for car enthusiasts like me. Now automation is what allows you to build the cars and the engines and all that stuff, play the campaign, but BeamNG is what allows you to actually test the car and drive the cars around. You can play online with your friends, do stuff like that. So this is BeamNG right here, and this is a car I built. This is supposed to be a Nissan GTR clone. It's called No Sign GTBA for badass. Cause this is one badass car. Inline 6-cylinder, makes like 767 horsepower, all-wheel drive. I tried to make it as good as a real GTR R32, obviously, and I feel like I came pretty close. So on this track that we on right now, the quickest I've done is a 201. I don't know exactly how I want to do these videos, but I was thinking to myself, I was like, maybe I can just like keep building like different cars, like try to mimic real cars, and I want to see if I can beat all my other builds, where it's either my previous build or a similar build. No, it really don't matter. This is just something I had thought about, and I don't know if I want to do it or not. So y'all can let me know in the comments what y'all would like to see me to do. But what we finna do in today's video is we finna take my GTR out for a drive, just cruising around the track. I'm not gonna race it. I already raced it a lot, and I already got the time set at 2:01. So this will be our base. At the drag strip in the quarter mile, I did like a 9.8, which is pretty good. And I mean, like I said, it's just a badass car. Super sick all-wheel drive system. Sounds amazing. I can no lift shift it. It sounds cool. Like it's all. This whole game is like just so cool. Like everything about it. And you know, especially the price of all these car modifications and messing around with cars, it's expensive and it's just free. So I feel like that's what makes the game even better. But I got another car I built. I wanted to go in automation because that one needed a little bit of tinkering. I built that last night and it's not as refined as my GTBA. So let's hop in automation and I'm gonna show y'all around automation and fix the car. And we're gonna jump back in BeamNG and hopefully it's better than it was before. Okay, so we got the Hyundai Civic. It's supposed to be my 400 horsepower front wheel drive Civic I recreated. It's pretty badass, except for one problem though, and the one problem is wheel spin. Yeah, I brought it to the drag strip to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. It spins like crazy, it's too peaky, and I want to jump back in automation and fix that. But before we jump in automation, I want to show y'all what I was talking about. So I don't know if burnouts help with grip in this game, but I've been doing it just to make it kind of realer, so oh well. Alright, so go ahead and line it up. Yeah. Alright, ready? Do a little boost, slip the clutch a little bit. See, it hooked pretty good that time. You really notice the wheel spin when it's 11.3, that ain't bad. 128, that's really not bad. So you really only notice the wheel spin when it's at the track. Actually, let's bring it to the track real quick, and then we're gonna jump into automation. Alright, so we back at the track, and I'm just gonna show y'all exactly what I'm talking about. So as you can see, it's doing nothing but spinning. Third gear spinning. So what I'm gonna do in automation is I really just want to smooth out the power band, because it kind of makes it kind of a nuisance taking it to the track. Now you can obviously feather the throttle, but I mean, who wanna just drive a car like that? I mean, I feel like I wanted to make a lot of power out this car, but at the same time, I wanted it to be able to be foot to the floor at all times and not trying to feather it because you're spinning like this. So even if I gotta take a little bit of power, I'm not even gonna be mad. Just want to smooth it out, and I'm giving it's an excuse to show you guys what automation is all about. Spin, 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 wall. So let's go ahead and jump in automation, and we're gonna tinker with this car a little bit, and hopefully we can make it drive just a little bit better. Okay, so here is automation, the car tycoon game or whatever it's called. It's a really fun game. It's a lot of stuff you can do. Yeah, the campaign. I believe that multiplayer is not here yet, but it's coming soon. You do multiplayer in BeamNG where you can drive around with your friends, stuff like that. You got the car designer, engine designer, tutorial, challenges, setup. So I've only done a campaign in designers. I've done a campaign for like an hour. The campaign's pretty interesting. It's like very intuitive when it comes to like developing your own car company and developing the car and designing the cars, and yeah, it's a lot to it. If y'all want to see that, let me know. We are going to go to the car designer. We don't have to go to engine designer since the car is already built. We can just go straight to the car designer and we can tinker with the engine in the car designer. So here it is. So it always have like all these warnings right here. Like I say, a lot of this stuff don't transfer to BeamNG in terms of how it drives, so I kind of ignore it a little bit. Even a wheel spin, you know, the GTR I built had that same warning, and as y'all seen, it didn't spin much unless you tried to spin it. So, but with the Civic, the whatever you're gonna call it, the Hyundai, it spins a little too much. So we gotta mess with that a little bit. So at the bottom you got your tabs. If you were an engine designer, you will only have these 3 blue tabs right here. You have your option to take an existing engine and modify it, clone a variant, or a completely new project. But we already have the engine. We just want to tinker with it a little bit. So you go to engine family. That's where you can choose your engine block material, valves. Just basically just building the engine. The next one is crank, connecting rods, pistons, the bore and the stroke, the quality. It's like so much stuff when it comes to this damn game. It's like, wow. When I first played this game, I was like, I never knew a game could exist like this, and it's here. So that's why I was so excited to record this game and show you guys. I feel like it would be kind of entertaining. I know a little bit about cars and learning more about cars, and this game shows you about drag and downforce and all this stuff, and 0 to 60 and grip, all that stuff. I feel like it's really nice. But anyway, I'm lusting over the damn game. Let's go ahead and tinker with this engine. So next tab is we got compression, cam profile, and VVL profile. So let's just mess with this a little bit. As it don't seem as peaky as it drive. So peak horsepower is at 7,700 RPM, 472 horsepower. Peak torque is at 6,700 RPM, and we got this thing revved out all the way to, I believe, is that 88? No, 88. So if we can just flatten this a little bit, or maybe just bring the power out a little bit, I feel like it'll drive kind of better. So let's figure it out together. Let's see how we can do that. So first thing we're gonna do is increase the stroke. Maybe that'll help. That's giving us more power. That's not exactly what we want. Yeah, that's not what we want. So let's go ahead and bring that back down to make it a 2 liter. So let's mess with the compression a little bit. Starting to knock. Over here, this tab right here shows the stress of the engine, and you go over, it shows the flow of your turbo. Pretty intuitive. These graphs right here, these also change to torque versus boost, torque and boost, torque and efficiency. Who cares about that? Power and efficiency. Who cares about that? Let's kind of make it. Let's drop the cam profile down. No, I didn't really do anything. Okay, so we got it smoothed out a little bit. We finished off at 466 horsepower, which is pretty cool. 6,000 RPM is making just about 400 horsepower. Let's go to turbo, see if there's anything we can do with the turbo. Just smooth it out just a little bit more. Actually, first off, let's drop the RPM down to 8. Let's just do 8,000. I feel like 8,000 is cool. And then let's mess with this turbo. It's definitely flattened out some, and it's also coming out a lot. We're making 350 foot-pounds of torque at 5,000 RPM. That's really good. The compressor and turbines are flowing okay. Let's see if we can come out some more. That's smoothing it out a lot. I ain't gonna lie. Wow. What if we went up with the compressor size? Oh no, that's messing us back up again. One cool thing I like about this game, if you didn't know what this stuff does, like each component to the engine, if you just leave a mouse over the little scroll thing right here, it'll tell you what it do. Or you come up here and hit the question mark, it give you more of a in-depth explanation of what it actually is. So let's try to bring the boost down. Nah, we're losing horsepower. It's most efficient at 26 pounds. That looks a lot better than what it was. I ain't gonna lie. See if we can make it just a little more better. If you can bring this out some more. Something like that. Make sure our connecting rods can handle that amount of torque. Look, this is making 350 foot-pounds of torque at 4,400 RPM. Wow. Wow. So, believe that we should be good. Like, I mean, I feel like this looks pretty good. We can mess with timing a little bit. Pull a little more gas. 500, 454, 454. What happened if we just bump the RPM up? Okay, we're gonna bring that back down to 8,000. Exhaust, I'm pretty sure our exhaust flow is fine. This column, you can obviously paint the engine, change the materials or whatnot, and you can test it right here too. So you can manually test it. Woo! And what's good about our power band is when we shift, we gonna be still well in power. Like right here, this what was that, 5200 RPM? Yeah, I feel like this should be way better. So here's the car modeler, I guess you would call it. It's a lot of stuff you can, I mean a lot of stuff. Maybe in a future build, I'm gonna go more in depth with this. Let me know everything y'all want to see or whatever in the comments. I need to know, that way I know what to make. Cause in the next video, I would like to start from scratch instead of using cars I already built. So you can morph the body. That's how you put new bigger tires on. I mean, you can morph pretty much every part of the car. And they have different models that you can pick from. We can't see them all because I already designed this car, but it's a lot of models. You get from truck models to SUVs to coupes to sedans to convertibles to old, new, whatever. You can morph every part of the car, morph the hood. I designed this front end completely myself. So here's all the pieces like that you will add to the car. These are headlights, no indicators. You got tail lights, you got headlights, mirrors, wings. I mean, it's a lot of stuff. Each thing that you put on the car, you can like change the colors of. You can change, like, these I custom made myself. So these aren't the stock headlights that are in the game, but I blacked out the housing and I made these little indicators right here, and the side one's turn signals, in the middle is the headlights. Like, I blacked out the grill and chrome and color matched the trim around it. I mean, everything about the car, you can literally do whatever you want, which I feel like is really cool about the game. But one thing we want to do while we're here is mess with the gearing and mess with the tire size, just to help with grip a little bit. So we gonna leave the top speed at about $180, which is cool. So right here, when you put your mouse over spacing, even when you put your mouse over top speed, it shows you wheel spin by gear, and as you can see, it says 98.5% wheel spin first gear. It's not gonna spin that much. I don't know why it does that. It spins, but it's definitely not that much. I've noticed. So a lot of times you can just ignore that. But what I would like to do is just bring the spacing down a little bit. That way we can round out first gear a little bit more. I'm going to leave it a 5 speed. 0 to 62 miles per hour in 5 seconds. That's pretty good. See if we can come down some more. Let's come down as much as we can without losing 0 to 60. So that's the lowest we can go. So we have a top speed of 51 miles per hour in first gear. Second gear, top speed 76. And the rest of the gear should be fine. I shouldn't be... Well, I was spinning in third, but it wasn't that bad. 103 mile per hour gear 3. So it should be a little bit better. Hopefully, I'm hoping. But we also, I didn't even notice that we lost top speed. So you have to pay attention to that too. So our new top speed, because our spacing is 164 miles per hour, I at least want a $180. So let's bring that up a little bit. buck 80 on the dot. We got 5.2. Let's bring this down a little bit. I feel like right there is fine. So buck 80 top speed. All right, here's our gearing again, and I feel like we're good. Let's go to wheels. In the front, so we got a max tire size of 275. Let's see if we can put some bigger ones on there. Just stretch the front end out a little bit. See if it'll let us put some bigger meats on there. So let's do a 295, and just that way it's not staggered too much. Let's first fix the body. We're gonna bring these up. We're gonna bring the rear up to like a 265. Yeah, that's tough. Let's do 285. I feel like that might be too much tire. And let's bring that back down to like 255. Yeah. Let's space the rear wheels out a little bit. That's too much. Probably like right there is good. The front should be good. The front's perfect. We on semi slicks too, so that's good. Brakes. I feel like the brakes were fine. But since we're already here, let's just make them a little bit more aggressive with the pad material. We got 10-inch 4-piston ventilated disc in the front, 4-piston ventilated 8-inch disc in the rear, 70-30 split going to the front, brake bias. I mean, this car. I mean, I feel like I did a pretty good job with this car. Just the grip is the only problem. So downforce. So with downforce, I want to add more downforce to the front. To hopefully help with wheel spin at higher speeds. So let's just let's go up to like 80 with the front wing angle. Hopefully that don't mess with us too much with our speed or anything. Okay, we still got the top speed of 180. Rear wing angle should be fine. Cooling airflow. Was this having an issue? Let's just bring it up while we're already here to 65. Let's bring this, since we made the pads more aggressive, we can bring the airflow down a little bit to 30. And I feel like we're good in the aero side, aero and cooling. Next is interior. So this game doesn't design the interior for you. Most of my cars aren't going to have an interior, but maybe some of them will. I feel like it just take too long doing the interiors. I was hoping a mod come out where it automatically do it for you, but I don't know. Maybe one day. So this got hydraulic power steering. I'm gonna leave that be. You got ABS. I never put anything else on there. Safety is none, cause YOLO. Springs, we got progressive springs, adaptive dampers, semi-active sway bars. I just did a race preset, but one thing I am gonna do is take a tad bit of camber out the front. Hopefully that'll help with grip, with straight line grip. So let's do just -1 degrees of camber front and rear. And let's see if that'll help. I think the tire is poking the fender a little bit. Yeah, we gotta fix that. Alright, suspension. Back to suspension. So we got it slammed. I slammed all my cars because, I mean, who doesn't like slammed cars? And sway bar dampener springs. I don't really mess with that too much. Like I say, I just do the race preset. Maybe down the line I'll start tinkering with that a little bit more. I just don't know how it exactly affect the car when it comes to playing it in BeamNG. You can see when you go to the testing section what it does. Every suspension change that you do, you can see in the game of automation by just going to the test track. But when it comes to, like I say, BeamNG, I feel like BeamNG handles the car a little bit differently than automation. So we may mess with that down the line, but right now we're just gonna leave it alone. So I feel like the car is done. Go ahead and name this V2. So let's go ahead and hop back in BeamNG, and we're gonna test out our new refined Civic. I got the car back out at the drag strip. Last time before we did the adjustments, it ran at 11.3 at 128 miles per hour. Let's see if we do any better. Let's go ahead and do a little burnout. Okay, and we just blew the line. All right, so we lined up at the light. Let's go ahead and see how it do. Slip the clutch. Oh my God, that was a terrible launch. Okay, back at the line again. I gotta put my focus face on. Oh my God, why is it launching like that? No, we gotta redo that. We gotta redo that. Third time's the charm since I'm such a bad driver. and I jump. Are you f***ing kidding me? Alright, let's do this. There we go. It definitely, it seems a little slower, I ain't gonna lie. But it didn't spin as much. 11.6. So that's not bad at all. So I feel like we could do a 11.3 at 129 miles per hour too. So we didn't lose mile per hour either. We actually gained. So I feel like we could actually do a 11.3. Let me try to get my lines and everything down. Let me see if I can crack 11.3. Fuck. Alright. I can't do better than 11.4 at 130 miles per hour. Which means we picked up top end, but 60 foot got worse. But as long as the Kovic do better on the track, I feel like it's a win-win because we only lost a second. But if it do a lot better on the track, then I mean, obviously we did good. So let's head to the track. Okay, so we back at the racetrack. I want to make this interesting. I want to see if I can beat the GTBA no sign time of 2 minutes and 1 second at this track with the Kovic. Might be possible, might not. I'm gonna just give it one shot and see if I can do it or not. So let's go ahead and try it out. Bruh. Easy in the corner. Brake fade. Gotta manage brake fade. Come on, gonna brake super late. That's all downshifting rare mentioned by me, by the way, on the controller. I know it's nice. So close, it's so close. Come on, 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 come on. Ah, man. I know we can beat that. That 2 minute and 1.339, that's the GTBA. That's the fastest I ever went in that car. I did 2 minutes and 3 seconds the first try with the COVID. I think I just gotta leave it there though, man. Make sure y'all leave comments on what y'all want to see next. The next video I'm gonna do, we're gonna start from scratch. Let me know if y'all want to see a truck build or a supercar build or a mid-engine build, whatever. Let me know, and we're gonna build it. We're gonna test it, and we're gonna beat that 2 minutes and 1 second. And it's gonna be easy. So make sure to subscribe, like, and comment. I appreciate y'all watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out.